today's time. Everyone is trying to keep themselves and their loved ones safe. However, during self isolation or quarantine, it is extremely easy to lose track of time and drift into an unhealthy state of mind. In order to keep yourself happy and healthy, spending all day at home, let me give you some ideas to boost your well being. Exercise. There are so many great fitness YouTubers these days. Some even upload free workout plans. There is something for everyone, whether it is simple strength training, cardio, yoga, or dance workouts. This is the time for your quarantine glow up. Make healthy food. The temptation is strong to simply grab a packet of crisps and call it dinner. But when would you have more time for proper cooking other than quarantine? It does not need to be a five-star dinner, maybe something more simple. In the end, it will be definitely more nutritious and probably more fun as well, especially if you carry it on in the future when you're not alone in quarantine. Use the time productively. Cooking is not the only thing we usually do when we do not have enough time for. Rearrange the chaos you might be living in. Read a book you have always wanted to read. Learn a new language. There are so many different activities to do in order to not get bored and tick something off of your bucket list. Get good quality sleep. You should never underestimate the power of sleep, especially when one is stressed or worried. An average teenager sleeps approximately 6 to 7 hours per night. Why not make it 8 or 9 during quarantine? No matter whether you are in quarantine or not, stay optimistic, safe, and healthy. Now, I'll be reading out our today's agenda. We'll be having a workshop which is going to be conducted by Balasubramaniam sir. Then we'll have the Extempo Session, which is going to be conducted by Mindmaster Anaga. Then we'll have the evaluation session, which is going to be conducted by Mindmaster Kirtana. Then I'll be giving the closing remarks. All right, now that that's done, I'd like to invite the co-founder of Mind Academy and an instrument engineer, Balasubramaniam sir, to conduct the workshop for today's session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mind Master Manav, for those inspiring and very valuable message which you have struck the tone for the whole session. We have to make sure that we are doing the basics right. Thank you, Mind Master Manav, for taking us through, first of all, and also thank you for that pleasing introduction which you have given. So now let me take this opportunity to begin today's workshop. So any guesses what is the track we are going to have the workshop on today? Anyone, any guess? Yes, your star of the day might be aware about it. I think so. Any guesses? Any track which we are going to, which track we are going to have a session today? Anyone what? Goals. Yeah, goals, yes, partially, but not exactly for today. Okay, so now it's time to start in our Kahoot session as part of our workshop as well. So I would request all the Mind Masters to have your standby devices ready. We will be going through a very important track as part of today's session. Track wealth. And we will be having today's module with respect to track wealth. So we will have an engaging session with respect to track wealth. So this is the game pin which is flashing in there, 1083970. I request all the members, please sign in. And also the guest, Mind Master, yeah, there you go. That's quite fast. Mind Master Kirtana, Mind Master Umair, Mind Master Manav, Mind Master Neelambika have joined in. Mind Master Aisha, welcome. So we have been joined by Mind Master Sam as well. Glad to have you back, Mind Master Sam.
Welcome back, Man Master Sam. Nice to have you back with us.
Mind Master Krishnendu. I think we are joined by all, or we are yet to be joined by. So I don't see Mind Master Shivagami in here. Is she there or she dropped off? Mind Master Anaga?
She's having some internet issues, so she won't be able to join, I think so.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for the clarification, Mind Master Anaga. Wonderful. So Mind Master Sam?
Mind Master Sam is also not there.
Yeah.
Just give me 2 minutes. My device is really slow.
Oh,
Okay.
great. Okay.
Wonderful. Great. So today we are not going to have a big game. So you can just follow the presentation. So shall we start, Mind Masters?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So today we will be looking in track
Yes, sir.
wealth, because that is also very important aspect as far as life is concerned, right? So now what do you all think when the word investment comes to your mind? What is that flashes your mind? What does investment means to you? Investment, what do you think investment means in life to you? You have 10 more seconds to share in your answers. Only 2 answers so far. Done. Time up. Now let's see what the answers have been submitted by the Mind Masters today. Saving, the action or process of investing money for profit.
That would be my.
Wonderful. Making money. Beautiful. And investment for me is when my money works for me. Beautiful. Investment is when you save something for future. Wonderful. Investing some projects. Okay, that's interesting. Now I'm not going to say whether it is right or wrong. Let us see something else as well. What is the best investment you think you can do right now? Do you think can you make some investment, or you think you cannot make any investment? Or if you can make investment, what is the right investment you can make right now? Whatever comes in your mind, just type it around. 15 more seconds. Speed and precision always matters. Last 5 seconds. Only 2 answers. 3 answers. Time up. Now let's see what the answers are. You've got the 4th answer as well. Knowledge. Okay, what's the best investment? Who wrote the answer knowledge? Can you elaborate it further?
When you study right now.
Okay, study. High yield savings accounts. My goodness, certificates of deposits, money market funds, government bonds, corporate bonds, mutual funds, index.
That is mine, sir.
Wonderful. But what was the question, Mind Master Umer?
The best investment you can make right now. I can make the best investment. High yield savings.
So you can do in all these right now?
Why not?
Why not?
Sir, I can try, but sir, I can try.
Yeah, that's great. Like, as they say, it's not always the aptitude, it's the attitude which takes you to altitudes. That's wonderful attitude, Mind Master Umer. Great, keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Investing in my health and studies for the future. That's wonderful. Now that's another attitude. Wonderful. Investing for old age home. Beautiful. Studies is the best investment. Wonderful. Invest in future by saving. Great. Again, there is no right answers. There is no wrong answers in it. It's just what is that we perceive to a given question. An investment, this is what the generic definition is. An investment is an asset or item that is purchased with the hope that will generate income or appreciate in value at some point in the future. Now, if you take a step back with respect to the previous question and ask your own self, all of you who have answered have touched upon the core point in here. You are understanding the core message that is indeed wonderful. Investment is not for today, it is an aspect of tomorrow or the future, if I have to put it that way. And investment is something which is going to add value to you as an individual. So it can be an asset, it can be an item, or it can be an intellect learning, which is rightly mentioned in by some of the mind master, knowledge, studies, books. This is something which we have to understand. An investment is an asset or an item that can appreciate in value. That is the key word in here. Now let us quickly go on to the next point. Can we go on to the next point, mind masters?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Wonderful.
sir.
Thank you. How many of you believe that time is a great investment? Every one of us every day have 84,600 seconds, which is a great opportunity to invest. How many of you believe it? Every single day, every one of us. Yes, mind master Manav. Manav?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please go ahead, mind master Manav.
No, sir, you asked us to raise our hands if we believe in the thought that you have given.
Okay, that's really kind of you. Yeah. Wonderful, great. So, investing the time is very important, especially at this age. How many of you have attended the self-management session of Murali Krishnan sir? Can you unmute yourself and speak? The unmute option is available.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, what was the key message from that particular session? We have to multiply our time, self-management. And we all have 84,600 seconds on a daily basis. Every second, try to be consciously analyzing what is that you are doing, because that is an investment you are doing. That investment, what you are doing on every second basis, is it going to add value to you? This 120 minutes which you are committing on a bi-weekly process is that you are trying to invest your time to appreciate on a longer run. Is it right or wrong, mind masters?
That's right, sir.
So it's
That's
right.
right.
Exactly. So this is what you should be doing, because what you are going to invest today is that what you are going to get on a longer run. So time is something which you have. Some may say, just like how mind master Uma said, why not invest on government bonds and mutual funds and stock markets? Yes, sure you can do. But how many of them will have that luxury of doing it? It may not be everybody's availability. But each and every one of us who has it on a common scale, as on date, is time. If you don't have big money to invest in anywhere else, it's perfectly fine. But if you invest your time in the right actions, you are sure to make that investment reap on a longer run. So time is something, a great investment you can do on aspects which can add value to you. Just that's something which you have to keep in mind. Asset. If you went through the definitions of an investment, there was a very key word, an asset. An entity which can add value to you. It can be physical, it need not have to be physical as well. That is where I was not trying to bring in this aspect. This self-management skill can become a great asset for you. If you can schedule, you remember, important and urgent, do it now. Important and not so urgent, delegate. If you know how to manage yourself, and if you can convert it, even if you don't have big money, liquid money to invest in anything, that doesn't matter. But if you have the skill to manage yourself, that can be a great asset to you. If you have the knowledge of any particular aspect, be it in coding, be it in robotics, that can be an asset for you. So always understand one thing: asset does not mean completely it is a materialistic aspect. Asset is a value which you have it on hand, which can in turn help others, the world in general. Shall we move to the next slide, Mind Masters?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Now here is a question. Name some assets you have in life for you. What do you think is an asset for you in life? What do you consider as an asset for your own self? What is that you think is an asset for you? What is the asset you have in life? Got one answer. Great, great. Any more answers? Oops, time up. Only one. Only one among the group has an asset in life. Two answers.
Beauty.
Great. Now we have two answers, three answers. Great. Now let us see what is that asset which they have in life. My knowledge. Wonderful. Time, money. Parents and the facilities we have now. That's wonderful. Great. So this is what assets generally understand this point. The reason why I brought in this aspect of asset in here is generally there is a misconception that assets people correlate for materialistic stuffs. Not necessarily that is true. Yes, it can be taken as a consideration, but not necessarily asset has to be in materialistic stuff. If you are knowledge, your knowledge cannot be disputed by anybody. Is it an asset or not? Come on, my masters, you can unmute and speak.
Sir, can you repeat your question?
If you have a knowledge which can be hardly challenged by anybody in any walk of life, is it an asset or not?
Yes, sir. Definitely, it's an asset.
Sir, definitely.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Time. If you are a person who manages yourself precisely to every second on a day, imagine what wonders you can make. So it's an asset, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's definitely an asset.
Exactly. So as people who are growing up, you should always understand it's not that materialistic things are to be considered as assets. You have very valuable and precious assets in life: your parents, your time, uninterrupted time, and the option to learn knowledge. These are all the very important assets which you have in life, which you should work out and strengthen it further. As they say, strengthen your strengths, that will make you a better individual. Now, a coin has two sides. So does an investment process. Now, identify your liability. What is your liability? An act, an event, or an entity which can depreciate your value. Every one of us have some liability or the other. Some will have a big stockpile of liabilities. Some may have a small amount of liability. But we all should remember one thing. An act or an item which can depreciate my value as an individual, that is a liability. Now, what is a liability? A liability is an item or an entity which can inhibit, which can stop my progression, which can stop my development. That is something we have to always remember, and we have to work hard to eliminate this liability. Conceptually, is it clear, mind masters?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
let us see
Yes, sir.
how clear you all are. Every one of us will have a liability. Now let us see interesting way. Share some of your liability. What do you think is your liability for the current day and age? Everyone will have some or the other liability in life. What is that you feel that is your liability for today? What is that? 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Only one answer submitted. 2 answers submitted. Great. 2. Only 2 of you have liability. That's interesting. Now let's see what's that. Accounts payable. Accounts payable is a liability occurred when an organization receives goods. Okay, some of my friends and teachers who stop me from trying something. That's great. The one who was written about the accounts, that may be technically right, but what was the question there? Can anyone read that question for me?
Share some of your current liability.
So the person who has answered this, do you have this amount of liability with you? Can you say that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. The point is, how many of you engage with social media on a daily basis? YouTube. Wonderful. Can anyone unmute and tell how many hours you engage in social media on a daily basis?
15 to 30 minutes maximum.
15 to 30 minutes of what? YouTube?
No, sir. Like Insta, Facebook, YouTube.
Wonderful. I saw hands getting raised for Neelambikai and Umer. Neelambikai, how many hours you spend on a daily basis?
2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours. That's something quite significant, isn't it? But you do it something productive, or you consider it as a liability for you?
Sir, no, sir. I will do for me productive.
Productive. So that's not a liability for you.
No, sir, I don't have. That's not my liability.
Wonderful. If you are using it productively, then that's really good. Mind Master Umer, how many hours you spend in social media on a daily basis?
1 hour.
1 hour. Is it for productive use or entertainment?
Productive use.
Productive use. That sounds confident. Great. Any other answers? Mind Masters, every one of us, are we using the last second even in a day judiciously? Are we investing? What you can ask yourself after every passing hour, try to make this practice. Did the last 1 hour, was it an asset? Did I do something productive for my benefit or my family's benefit or for the society's benefit or for this planet's benefit? Did I do anything? Or I did something which did not add value to anybody? If you constantly ask this question, if you constantly segregate your every second approach as asset or liability, you can start understanding where you move always. Now, Identify this personality. Now let me see whether you're getting it right or not. Identify this personality. There is no right answers. There is no wrong answers. Just give an attempt. Just give an attempt. Don't worry about, because when you're given an opportunity, just try to explore it. Welcome, Mind Master Lakshmi. Great to have you back.
Thank you.
Now let's see what all the answers are. Warren Buffett, a liable personality. No, not at all. He is a man who has very resourceful assets which can add value to him and also for many of his friends. So he is not a liability for sure. Warren Buffett, wonderful, great. Now I will come back why this personality is in our discussion today in a minute's time. Before we discuss further, try to identify who this personality is. Who is this personality? Again, an enterprising and a very famous individual with respect to finance, wealth generation. Just give a try. Just give a try. There's no right answer. There's no wrong answers. There's only one answer so far. Give a try. Great. Now we have got 3 answers. Now let's check in quickly what the answers are. Oh, Jack Ma, Stephen J. Ross, Warner Brothers. Unfortunately, all the right answers in here are incorrect. The right answer is Robert Kiyosaki. How many of you have read this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad?
So I've read the book.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So this is the very famous author of that book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Now, what is the reason why we have these 2 great personalities in our Mind Guru discussion for the evening? They have this very famous quote as far as wealth creation is concerned. They have this investment direction which they recommend everyone. Your money should work for you. They are trying to bring in this thought process. It's not that we work and take back home a money. It's your money which should be making more money for you. This is a thought process which these 2 great individuals, Warren Buffett, once renowned as the 2nd most richest man in the world next to Bill Gates, and the other person, Rich Dad, Poor Dad author, Robert Kiyosaki, who brings, both of them brings the same concept that your money should work for you. We are not saying whether it is right or wrong, but this is a thought process which these 2 great investment champions are recommending. But what is that we propose? There's a big secret which you all should remember. Money works for you, it's okay. Remember, your time should work for you. The time which you are investing in your routines should be getting you the returns. Money invested giving you return as money, it's okay. It's a school of thought. We are not here to say whether it is right or wrong. But the secret which we are trying to convey as investment is your time should be working for you. Your time is the one which should be giving you the returns. Your time invested in your health should give you returns to you in your health. Imagine if I don't exercise on a regular basis, what happens after 10 years? Can anyone unmute and answer? If you don't invest your time in health, on a regular basis, on a daily basis, what happens after 10 years?
You'll be having bad health.
Quiet.
Be
Obviously.
having bad health, you will
You'll be
become
struggling with
obese,
bad health.
bad
Getting
health,
created bad health.
bad
You'll be
health.
poor.
Quiet.
Poor is different. Let us not get into the wealth aspect here. What we are trying to understand is what is the investment with respect to time. If with respect to health, every area you have to invest. When you say investment, imagine you invest all your energy in making money, and if you don't invest your time in your health, you don't walk regularly, you become obese, you become overweight, what will you do with that money? You have to go and pay your surgeon, right? So investment, it is the time, it is the self-management, it is the investment which you do in every aspect of your life is going to create a great wealth. Now, let me add on why we are telling this aspect in here. There's a very famous quote. If money is lost, nothing is lost. Anyone remembers this very famous quote?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I heard
Great,
it once.
great. Because money is important for life. But if you don't do your investment in the balanced life approach, then you may have to lose your investment which you did in money in many other sectors. So on regular basis, try to invest your time in your health. Imagine if you don't invest your time in your relationship, if you don't talk to your friends, if you don't talk to your family, if you don't talk to your relatives, if you don't be there when they need you, do you think so that they will be there when you need them? Any
No, sir.
answers?
Not at all.
Not at all. So your time should work for you. Your biggest investment is your time. That is what you have to understand. Imagine if you don't invest your time with respect to your career, if you don't read, if you don't learn, can you be someone? Can you be a person who leaves back a legacy? Is that possible?
No, sir.
No,
Not
sir.
at all.
Exactly. So the biggest investment, again, the secret is invest your time. Invest your time in actions on a daily basis, which can generate assets to you. You can have a healthy body. You can have a healthy relationship all around. You can have a career where you add value. Having said that, this is what? Invest in yourself to add value to the world. Because if you start investing in yourself, you can start developing, you can spread that positivity, you can spread that investment across. If you have a healthy body, you can help others. If you have a healthy career, you can help others. If you have a healthy relationship, you can help others. To add value to the world, it's always important to invest in yourself. And what do you invest? Invest time. Invest time on a regular basis. That is far more important. How many of you attended the reminiscence? Yes, my Master Manav.
So I didn't quite exactly get the meaning of investing in time.
Okay, invest in time. Imagine the point what I was trying to make it up is, this is what you were telling, right, my Master Manav?
Yes, sir.
Imagine you are a person who invest all your energy in creating only the money, the physical, materialistic aspect of it. You become, say, an Elon Musk of the world. And if you are obese, is it going to add value to you? Or is it going to add value to your family? is it going to add value to the society?
No, sir.
If you don't talk to your parents, if you don't talk to your siblings, if you don't talk to your friends, if you don't talk to your relatives, is it going to add value to you? You are Elon Musk. You are Elon Musk. But if you don't have anyone to you, next to you, is that big pool of money is going to make any difference to you?
No, sir.
You are Elon Musk. But if you don't know anything about your routine career, is that money going to make any value to you? Is that money going to make any difference to you?
No, sir.
At some day or the other, it will start becoming a liability. You will start to lose your money, isn't it? So the biggest investment tool or mechanism you have in hand is your time. That is where the self-management attribute, which you have to do on a daily basis, is going to be the great game changer for you. Is it clear, Mind Master Manav?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'll come to your point at the end of this presentation. There is something which is going to address the specific question which you have asked. Just bear with me for some more time. I understood your question, but I will take it to you at the end of this session. How many of you attended the recent reminiscence program from Mind Academy? Anyone? Mind Master Umay, wonderful. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So there, yeah, wonderful, Mind Master Manav. So there was a Professor Samuel Johnson.
Sir, actually, I did not see Professor Samuel Johnson because I think the the Maghrib time came and then so I could not see what was he saying.
Understood. Great. So there is a YouTube video. You can go and still look into it. It's a great value adding session there.
Yes, sir.
He was talking about make a brand. Now, can anyone tell, unmute yourself, do you have a brand? Is there a brand? Say, for example, Bala, do I have a brand for my own self? What is my worth? Am I adding value to my family? Am I adding value to the society, or am I adding value to the environment? Can anyone unmute? Yes, no, I'm working on it. I'm thinking to work on it. Is there a brand with which you associate yourself to, or you're trying to build for your own self? When I say brand, it doesn't mean that it has to be something which is established. I'm a person who stands up for knowledge, helping others. This is what I mean by saying brand. When there is a friend of mine who needs a help, I am there. This is what the brand I'm making for my own self. Do anyone have such brand with you? This is the investment which you should be doing at this age currently. Express what is that you're going to stand up for in your life. What is that you will be remembered? Remember the message of the great President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam? What is that you're going to be remembered for? What is the legacy you're going to leave? And to do that, you should invest. You should invest your time to learn all those finer nuances needed in life. Shall we go into the next one? Mind Masters?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yeah.
But having said that, we were talking about investment. When you talk investment, the generic thought process one has is it's investment with respect to the money, the physical paper money. You can have it. You have banks where you can have your FDs, RDs, savings, interest. You can have your share market, mutual fund market, or you can be an investor in some business. This is with respect to the physical paper money aspect of it. How important is to understand the real world investment with respect to time this is another area which is generally considered as the only when somebody tells investment, people think they are talking about banks, share market, stock market, mutual funds, investment, entrepreneurship, business. Of course, yes. This is again an area where you can generate assets. You invest your money, and if you don't want to take big risk, banks give that assurity wherein you can put it in your savings, your fixed deposits, your recurring deposits. You can multiply your money there. You have a medium risk mechanisms like stock market, mutual funds. You can put in your money there. You can become an investor. You can invest your money. If you have big money like Elon Musk, you can invest in some business. And when that business thrives, for sure you can have money. This is another area which one can think that this is considered to be as an. This is something which I thought we should be discussing today. Remember, if you can add value to the world will add value to you for sure. Always remember this. If you have witnessed the Ikigai balancing of life session of our founder director Murli sir, there was an occasion and profession place where it says, if you can add value to the world will add value to you. What is the value we are all looking for? And minimum required money to sustain our life. But if you have the skill in you to add value to the world for sure will be adding value to you. As they say, what you sow is what you reap, isn't it? This is something which I thought I should remind every mind master in this school. Don't rush to multiply your money. A building built with patience stands. Can you become Elon Musk overnight?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Can you have a sprint like Usain Bolt?
Sir, no, sir. You will need some practice.
Exactly. Practice and also patience. Beat anything in life. You have to be patient. You should not rush through. Invest block by block. As they say, droplet by droplet. Invest. When you do that, you make a very solid base. This base will help you stand and stay firm. A building which is built with an improper base is bound to crumble. This is why if you have seen people through malpractices who make anything, be it building their body, be it building their money, anything which is built in a hassle way, in an impulsive, in a rushy way, it doesn't last for long. So again, the important message is be patient. And one thing which is very, very important, which will address your question, Mind Master Manav, I believe so. Investment and money are fuels to drive our life. That is not only the life. I think this is what I was trying to address in there when you asked that question, Mind Master Manav. This is why I was telling, it's not always the money, it's what we invest in life, in our regular basis, our time, where do we spend defines where we are heading towards. So it is a fuel to take our car from point A to point B. So to have that trip, a happier one, what are all the things we need? We need a car, we need fellow travelers alongside a beautiful road, our health, our relationship, our career, our self-development. These are all those needed ingredients. So invest your time in building all these blocks, which will make your transformation as an individual a holistic one. So my humble request is, when you talk about investment, when you talk about in general investment going forward, it's not always about the physical paper money. It's about every aspect of our life: health, relationship. I was overwhelmed when I saw that message. Parents, at this fast-paced world, people undervalue that. So respect and give equal importance to every individual around you. So when you build it, that is why the personal branding aspect will become even more stronger. If you confine your whole thought process to the physical money, then the other aspects gets undermined. So you don't have a holistic transformation. So to have a holistic transformation as an individual, you have to work on your paper money for sure, but invest your time, because that is going to be a great asset to you as mind masters, as individuals going forward. So with that note, I'm done with the presentation. If there is any questions, you can feel free to ask by unmuting. Any questions, mind masters? So what is the one investment which you're going to do straight away, starting from now?
Investing in time.
Time.
Investing in
Knowledge.
time, and try to have this constant questioning. The last 1 hour, did I invest in something which is going to add value to me? Is it something going to help me in my brand building? Is it going to help me in that? If not, that is your liability. Understand that and try to eliminate it from your process. If there is no further questions, I once again, yes, sir.
Yeah, Bala, if I may just add to what Manav asked about investing the time, I would just like to take them back to the self-management course, wherein we discussed about multiplying your time. You remember, Manav? Multiply time. What was the example that we had for that in multiplying the time? You remember?
No, sir, I don't remember the example.
Okay, let me put it here back. Say, for example, you have your study table, right? That was the example that we discussed.
Yes.
You have your study table there and you have all the books, here and there in a very messy condition. Okay, let's say an example. I'm quoting an example. And you want your physics books to be taken out from the, overall messy things out there. You may take 1 or 2 minutes just to search your physics book, right? Or just to
Yes, sir.
take your chemistry book. Now, instead of that, if we can invest, say, 10 minutes to arrange everything in its place once, that is an investment. You investing time because you are going to get benefit out of the time that you invested.
Yes, sir.
So this is another example, apart from what Bala Uncle mentioned. This is another example which can help you identify where to really invest your time. So if you invest your time in these kind of aspects, it's going to multiply your time. That's going to get you more benefits out of the total time that you all have. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Back to you, Bala.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for that extended illustration with respect to the return on time invested with respect to self-management. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bala.
So it was a great opportunity given to me by the Mind Guru executive leadership team. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to present.
Bala, one more thing, with your permission,
Please,
just, just to see, how attentive they all were in those sessions.
Sure, sir.
I hope I can do that, but because I just wanted to see, there's a small typo in the whole segment. I just wanted to.
I got it, sir.
I just wanted to see how how many of you are how many of you really understood what the typo is. Can anyone tell what it is?
there was a typographical error in the presentation which I presented.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You want a hint?
It's a typo, but it's a very serious stuff.
Yeah.
In the whole whole process of managing the self management or understanding how to utilize time. It's a very important thing.
So was it in the open-ended or was it in the not answering?
What is that?
So, did you do that typo on purpose or mistake?
No, that was a mistake. But just to check whether you were attentive or not, that question is there.
Yeah.
That was not done deliberately, but that mistake has happened. But if you were attentive, you could have picked it up.
I thought someone from you will pick it up, but then I thought I will ask it at the end.
What was that? You want any help? I can give you a clue.
Come on.
So we like clues.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Give us a clue.
We can give a clue, but provided it has to come from everyone. If somebody wants to give a try without a clue, why should we disturb them?
Maybe Bala will not disclose it here. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's give them time. This is a homework for all of you. Let us see who is going to highlight it in the group. Let us make our group also active. Go
Sure,
back
sir.
home, go through the whole process of whatever Bala Engel mentioned to you from beginning till the end and see what the mistake is. Okay. And then highlight it in the group and you are going to get a prize from me. Whoever is going to highlight that.
So I think
Okay.
the typo was, if I may try, I think the typo was.
Let's not discuss it here, man.
Okay, sir.
We'll make it in the group. So even now, if you want to put it, you
Can
can
we
add
just
it.
have a clue? Can we just have a clue?
The clue is if you can watch our Mind Academy YouTube channel, you again in the presentation you will find it.
Oh yeah, that's a big clue.
Excellent clue, sir.
That's a very big clue.
I'm sure I'll be the first one to find it.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
Back to you, Bala. So,
Thank you, sir. Thank you for making that session even more entertaining and educating, sir. Thank you for that. And once again, I take this opportunity to thank the executive leadership team for giving me an opportunity. Thank you, Mind Master Manav, Mind Master Shamita, for giving me an opportunity to present this workshop with respect to the track wealth. Thank you. And back to you, star of the day, Mind Master Manav.
That was a wonderful and value-adding workshop. Thank you, Bala, sir. Next, we'll be having an extempo session, which is going to be conducted by Mind Master Anaga. Over to you, Mind Master Anaga.
Thank you, Mind Master Mana, for the introduction. I am Mind Master Anaga and I am going to be conducting today's extempo session. So I will be inviting today's timer, Mind Master Krishnendu, for telling the basic timeline of that speech.
Thank you, my master Anagha. So today I am the timer of the Extempo session. And first of all, let me give the basic timeline. It's from 1 minute to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. 2 minutes 30 seconds is the maximum time you can take to talk, and 1 minute is the minimum time. So I will tell about the cards. When you reach 1 minute, I will show the green card. And when you reach 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll be showing this yellow card. And finally, when you reach 2 minutes, I will show the red card. And I will show this, I will continue showing this till you end your speech. So I hand over the mic to Maima Sanaka.
Thank you, Mind Master Krishnendu. So let's start our extempo session. The first topic is social media is making us antisocial. I repeat, social media is making us antisocial. Please comment on it. And the speaker number 1 is Neelambikai.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
The topic is social media is making us antisocial. Please comment on it.
Social media is useful as well as it is unuseful, because social media contracts some unusual messages formed through it, and it hurts someone and it do not. but actually I use social media for my acknowledgement, and for my studies more and more. And as use and I use very less in my family, and I use just for studies, none other than more than that. Thank you, Anaka.
Yeah, you're welcome, Mind Master Nilambike. So the second topic is texting or calling, which is better? I repeat, texting or calling, which is better? And the speaker number 2 is Mind Master Aisha.
Yeah, so the topic given to me is texting or calling, which is better. I suggest texting because calling, if we call someone, maybe they will be busy, so they won't take up the call. It's a text, so they can see it whenever they want and give the reply whenever they are free. So that's
Thank you, Mind Master Aisha. So the third topic is hunting should be banned. What is your opinion? I repeat, hunting should be banned. What is your opinion? And the speaker number 3 is Mind Master Umer.
Good evening, everybody. Today the topic that has been given to me is hunting should be banned. What is my opinion? My opinion about hunting is should be banned because hunting of animals should be banned, as you know it creates an imbalance in the environment. The animals that are hunted, they have done nothing to deserve, but they get killed or hunted for no reason, while the animals are being hunted. They also feel pain as human, as a nervous system which which allow them to feel the pain, and it also makes family losses between the animals. During the early times, hunting is a part of human culture. We hunt to eat, but we do not hunt for fun. Hunting without proper regulations will lead to overkilling. With this, millions of people and animals will starve to death because natural cycle is disturbed, and nature will not provide no longer provide humans. And also this is this cycle that that animals will like breathe out carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide will be used by the plants, will be used by the plants in the process of photosynthesis. And so if the animals are killed, the plants cannot prepare their food for photosynthesis, and then plants will die, and so the animals will starve to death. Thank you.
That was a wonderful speech, Mind Master Umer. Now the fourth topic is pen is mightier than the sword. Do you agree or not? I repeat, pen is mightier than the sword. Do you agree or not? And the speaker number 4 is Mind Master Manav.
So the topic given to me is a pen is mightier than the sword. So I'd like to say that the pen is mightier than the sword. It is actually a famous thought speaking about the power of writing. A pen can definitely achieve a lot more than a sword does. What that means is the power of writing is eternal, while the power of sword is short lived. That's why it's said that a pen is mightier than a sword. For example, if you write a quote or something, it will be passed from generations to generations. But if you kill someone, it's only going to be short lived. The effect will not be there for a long time. Now, for example, if you look at the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, uh, it was done by General Dyer because he wanted to create a feeling of fear inside the Indians to stop them from achieving independence. But the fear only lasted for a few days. Now, if you look at some quotes which have been written by famous writers, it lasts from generation to generation, and it still is kind of we still think about it. So I definitely say that a pen is mightier than a sword. Thank you.
Thank you, Mind Master Manav. So, before ending the Extempo session, I invite our timer, Mind Master Krishnendu, to read out the timings.
Thank you, Mindmaster Anagha. The first speaker, Mindmaster Neelam Bigay. She took 40 seconds. Second speaker, Mindmaster Aisha. She took 26 seconds. Third speaker, Mindmaster Umair. He took 1 minute 34 seconds. Fourth and the last speaker, Mindmaster Manav, took 1 minute 13 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Mind Master Krishnendu. So, thank you everybody for uh, participating. And now I hand over the mic to Mind Master Manav. Thank you.
That was a wonderful extempo session. Now, I'd like to invite our lead evaluator. She is a seventh grader and her ambition is to become a teacher. Her hobbies are reading and playing sports. I'd like to invite Mind Master Kirtana.
Sir, 1 minute. I'm just writing it now. I didn't get time in between the speeches.
It's fine, Mind Master Kirtana. You can take your time.
So, star of the day, Mind Master Manav, if you may permit me to share
Yes,
a
sir.
small reflection.
Yes, sir.
So, till the time, lead evaluator, Mind Master Kirtana, once if you are ready, you can just stop me up, because I must say it was a wonderful extempore topics which the extempore master has brought in. Great selection of topics, Mind Master Anaga.
Thank you, sir.
Great. So what was the inspiration to bring in this inspiring topics, Mind Master Kirtana? Anaga, because the topics which you brought in are all very much socially relevant and thought which we should ponder upon on a regular basis. Can you tell what was the thought process behind it? That's something which I wanted to learn from you.
Sir, actually, the first topic was like I chose it for the last meeting because I couldn't say it because we didn't have much time.
Wonderful.
And the
Okay.
other three topics, I was like just going through the internet to see some topics, and I just got these topics and I chose it. And I just I just checked with my parents, and then they agreed with the topic, so I chose these topics.
That's wonderful process which you have kept it in place, Mind Master Anaga. Murli sir, if you can share in your reflections about it, sir.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Sir.
Yeah, Mind Master Kirtana.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Great. So I'll come back to it later. Carry on, Mind Master.
Okay, first was Mind Master Neelam Bikai, and you spoke for 40 seconds. That's good. You a point which I liked the most is that you uh, you really use less social media, and that's a really good habit. And you can improve your timings. But you can improve by getting used to this. And next one is Mind Master Aisha. You got 26 seconds, and your topic was texting or calling, which is better. And you were telling what you like, and you can improve your timing. Then the next is Mind Master Umair. You really said great points, and you are really telling what's really useful for the environment. And the thing is that you can tell it a bit more clearly, like a little bit slowly and clearly.
Then Mindmaster Manav, you went deeper into the quote and he even gave examples. You got 1 minute 13 seconds. That's that's awesome. That,
Thank you, Mind Master Kirtana, for the wonderful evaluation. Now it's time to wrap this session up. But before I wrap it up, I'd like to have the opinion of one of our guests, Mind Master Neelambikai. Mind Master Neelambikai, how was today's session?
I like today's session. Actually, this is my first session, and I was excited that I like this session very much.
Okay.
It made me
Okay.
more. It made me more eligible to do my works. Actually, I waste time more and more, and it made me very. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Bala sir.
Pleasure, pleasure. Looking forward to have you more in our future sessions as well, Neelambika. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much, sir.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Neelambikai, for your wonderful opinion. Now, I'd like to invite the founder director of Mind Academy, Murli Krishnan sir, to have his opinion on today's session.
Thank you, CEO Mindmaster Manav, for inviting me. I'll start from where we stopped with respect to the Extempo session. Hats off to you, Mindmaster Anaga, for bringing in such a wonderful topics. You know, when we a round of applause to you. And when Bala Uncle asked about how you brought in, that is the kind of homework display of how we have planned it well. And any assignment that we take, it is the planning process that you go through. One, that transforms you. Second, that helps you to deliver it in a nice way. And today, those topics, all of them were really thought-provoking topics and very simple as well. Everybody could expanded it in a nice way, thought about it, and indeed a great value-adding topics as well as the session. And you did it in a great way. And this is indeed a role model assignment for all the others as well. The key here is how you plan. It's not about when we deliver a speech or when we take up an assignment. It is not on this particular day, on this particular moment that we improve or that we transform. What happens is the process you go through. The planning process, how you select the topic, to who are your mentors, have you gone to your mentors? In her case, she went and checked with her parents. Those kind of the things is what helps us to bring those wonderful topics. And this process or this planning or this homework that you go through it to bring this topic here, and not only this, any assignment, that is what transforms you. So between this meeting and the next meeting is the real transformation, not on that particular day. So that's a key message to all. Whether you're doing a speech, whether you are taking up an activity, all of them, it's about between this meeting and 2 weeks from now. That is the real transformation. So I request all of you to take it seriously so that you will definitely have the benefit of transforming yourself to some other version. That's point number one. Great to see our guests Neelambike and Shivkami here. Thank you so very much for joining. And thanks to our mind masters who invited them. We need more such people to spread this message of transforming or holistic transformation. Thanks for joining, and also happy to see Sam as well as Sam joining back after some time. I think he had some net connectivity issue. Nice to see you, Lakshmi, along with us today. And but we missed some of our regular members, maybe due to the vacation. And in the meantime, Eid Mubarak to all of you, because we are during Eid holidays and all. So maybe that's the reason why we have not had some of our regular mind masters today with us in this session. Coming to the evaluating extempore speech is a really tough task. Now it's difficult because you have to evaluate. You have to go through 4 different speakers and evaluate them, find out a positive aspect or a strength that the speaker is having, and an aspect where she or he needs improvement. And in your case, Mindmaster Kirtana, today you didn't even have time. Okay. Hats off to you for the courage to say, hey, wait, I am not ready. So, those are the things that you learn. Because, of course, you need time to prepare that. So that's a kind of, even to say no, you need to learn. And that too, normally when people are asked, you rush. But instead of that, what you did is indeed setting an example. Hey, wait, I am not ready. Give me time and I will do it. That's indeed a great, and that's what we should learn in life. When things are not at your convenience or at your, the way you want to deliver, hold, have a pause and then do it. Great, hats off to you. And also you did gave great recommendations. You had one recommendation each for all of them and a positive note, finding that it's indeed a tough challenge. So hats off to you, Mind Master Kirtana. And to all the extempore speakers, let us utilize the time that we have. It's not what you speak here. It's about, are we utilizing the time that is given? We have 2 minutes, 30 seconds. So let us utilize that 2 minutes, 30 seconds, because every time you are here in this platform, every time you are, attempting a topic, or every time you are taking up assignments, it's all enhancement. So utilize that time to the fullest. It may not necessary that it has to be true or it has to be fact. Just speak whatever you feel like for that particular topic. Yes, I missed speeches today. So hopefully we will be listening to those speeches in the next upcoming meeting. Again, to all those who are taking up assignments, start preparing for it from now itself. That is where the real transformation lies. So once again, Eid Mubarak to all of you. Wish you all the very best. And great workshop by you, Bala.
Thank you, sir.
Interactive one, merging time with wealth and stuffs like that.
Thank you, sir.
So great session. And back to you, CEO Mind Master Manav.
Thank you, Murli sir, for your opinion. Now, I'd like to invite the co-founder of Mind Academy, Balasubramaniam sir, to give his thoughts and opinion on today's meeting. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mind Master Manav, the CEO for the executive leadership team for Mind Guru for this season. Now, let me ask this question to you. Let me have an interactive session with you, Mind Master Manav. How did you perceive before the start of this session, and how are you feeling right now?
So I was feeling kind of nervous before starting the session. Feeling if everything would go according to plan, if all the Mind Masters would be present. But during the session, I found out that all the Mind Masters were present. They had conducted the session wonderfully. So I think now I'm feeling very good.
Great. There's a very famous saying, what doesn't kill you makes you more strong. Correct? So now,
yes, sir.
I think you would have gotten an very beautiful learning as a leader today. You remember there was a message from Murli sir the other day. As a leader, you have to be around, you have to be visible, and you have to be prepared for the worst cases. So I think as I was going through the back-end process with the CEO of this team, there was some apprehensive moments during the preparation as far as this meeting is concerned. But amidst all crisis, you have an opportunity. When you take this opportunity, it's easy to call off the session, saying that it's done, let's reschedule it. But imagine, we got a beautiful chance today to meet with Mind Master Neelambikai, Mind Master Shivagami. If not, it would have been stretched beyond one more week. As a leader, that is where better planning and preparing for all the scenarios is far more important. Having said that, that was before the meeting, but getting into the meeting, that was a great learning for me today. Especially, I was really impressed with the way the Extempo session was handled, evaluated. It was a great process. Even grown-ups don't find such beautiful comments and also such beautiful topics. And the way it was attempted by even the first-time speaker, Neelambikai, all the other Mind Masters, it was wonderful. We have one Mind Master in here who's there from the beginning till the end. I request CEO to also listen from our Mind Master Lakshmi, who was joined and waiting from the beginning. How she felt, that will be a proper closure for the whole process. This is just a recommendation. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak once again. Back to you, CEO Mind Master Manav.
Thank you, Bala sir. Now, I'd like to invite Mind Master Lakshmi to have her opinion and thoughts on today's session.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. Unfortunately, I couldn't join on time. Sorry for that.
That's fine, Mind Master.
Yeah, and I also felt the same way everyone else felt. It was a wonderful session.
Thank you, Mind Master Lakshmi. Now, I think there's nothing else to address based on today's session. Mind Masters, do you have any questions or any opinions and thoughts for today's session? Anyone? No, right? Okay, sir. So I think we can end today's session.
So thank you, my Master Manav. There were some questions with